All right, we are live for a USFFL broadcast. We have a double cast going on right now in the USFFL. Let's go ahead and take a look. First, I want to get the link ready, I guess. Whoop, let's try that and go back to. Uh, Not sure where that. Oh, there it is. Could be. Right. All right. So we just loaded a double broadcast. We will see if I am able to pull this off. It's been way too long since I've done my last broadcast. Let's see, get the game up again. All right, so welcome to the USFFL. We've got, I thought, two games of action, but it looks like Panthers Jets has shut down temporarily. So we are looking at Chargers at Redskins. This would be Anthony Tangora, his second year, I believe, with the Chargers, and David Mugman coming in for the Washington Redskins here, a 0-0 game in the first quarter. First and 10 at the 20. There's a draw to Antonio Gibson. Pickup of 7 yards, or I should say, actually, pickup of, where did it go? Pickup of just 2 yards, did not make the block. Sorry, getting caught up here, guys. Let's see if there's anybody in the stream. Doesn't look like it. Let's look at the ball possession. I'm kind of curious. Chargers, 5 plays, only 13 yards, including a penalty, and he punted. Commanders, 7 plays and a punt, but the Commanders had it first, so this is their second possession. Second and 18, flushed out of the pocket here. I believe that's Taylor Heineke. And out in the flat, he's got a yak opportunity. Oh, and a good one, 16 yards on that play. Curtis Samuel. Let's get some cards out here so we can kind of watch along, play along. Interconference action here. And the Redskins, 3rd down and 3 at the 11. Big play coming up here in this one. There's a quick out pass to John Bates. And he's got a 6 on the white die. That gives him a 0-man opportunity, but incomplete on a result of receiver. So a big break there for the Chargers on 3rd down. They had 0 men and a flat pass. All kinds of ways that could have been a touchdown and almost an automatic 1st down, but the result of receiver saves them. And they're going to hold it to a field goal attempt. Joey Sly lining it up here. And he's going to boot it through. So the Washington Redskins, David Mugman, draw first blood on their second drive of this game. 5:06 to go here in the first quarter. Redskins jump out on top 3-0. Ensuing kick is returned out to the 34. We're going to do a couple things maintenance-wise here. Nobody in the stream, so we checked that. Let's go ahead and get the other game up and going real quick. I need to figure out where to do that. Give me a second here. I want to, because that one's closer to the end, so I want to do both. Let's see. I'll be much quicker at this as the season goes on. Scheduled games. There's the last game number. All right. Carolina, New York. Last I saw, that was a 10-7 game here. Let's see where we're at. Now 17-7. Carolina is out on front. And Carolina is driving. So 6:18 to go here in the third quarter. The Carolina Panthers have a 10-point lead on the Jets, and they are in the red zone looking to add on 2nd and 7 at the 12. McCaffrey is the tailback in a split formation. Don't sleep on that fullback, Chuba Hubbard, with 172 carries. And matter of fact, he's running it to Chuba Hubbard, but it's a key. Nice call there by Donnie Hastings. But that's a first down anyway. Chuba Hubbard drives past for a 1st and goal at the 4, an 8-yard gain behind a nice block by the tackle there. Taylor Moton. So 1st and goal now at the 4-yard line. Right up the middle to Chuba Hubbard again. Defense guessing pass, and just a 2-yard gain. So that's going to make it 2nd and goal at the 2. We'll take a look at the stats here after this drive concludes. I'll be curious to see where we're at. Jets defense going to show blitz here. Up the middle again, Chuba Hubbard. They're keying the quarterback, though, and Hubbard pounds it home. Jets were guessing a dive on that one. Keying on their former quarterback, Sam Darnold, but Chuba Hubbard took it up the middle for the score. And the Carolina Panthers have opened up a 23-7 lead here in the third quarter. Let's take a look here at the box score after this kick. Braxton Berrios is going to get a nice return, 35-yard return. That's going to take it out to the 37. Jets will take over there. Let's look at the box score here. DJ Moore caught the original touchdown pass for Carolina. Oh, and a pick six. A.J. Boye, a 78-yard interception return is what changed the complexion of this game. Carolina outgaining him 255 to 153. And Sam Darnold clearly outdueling Zach Wilson, who's just 9 of 20 for 66 yards as we're approaching the fourth quarter there. So 24-7 lead, Carolina out in front, Jets with the ball. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what's happening over in Washington now. Looks like it's still 3-0 here. And I might, let's see. All right, looks like we're okay. So Chargers are now up 6-3. Is this a field goal? What happened here? Washington opted for a field goal. So that's Chargers. There it is. So I'm so sorry. It was confusing because the extra point hadn't posted yet, but now I'm clear. That was a touchdown by the Chargers to take the lead in this game at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Let's see what happened there. Looks like the Chargers. I don't see the touchdown there. What am I missing? Let's try it again. So the box score says 7-3, but it does not show how they got the touchdown. And it does not show it down here either. So that's kind of odd. I think I might close this game and check on another one. Let's go ahead and check the stream. Nobody's there. Yeah, there's still no touchdown showing there. So we're going to close that game. We'll come back to that in a little bit. We're checking in on Jets and Panthers. Oh, looky there. Looks like there was a score. Yeah, so the Jets got a right after I signed off and we checked over to the Washington game, the Jets got a 50-yard touchdown run from Michael Carter. The extra point was missed, but that cut the deficit to 24-13. So just an 11-point deficit now for the Jets. Oh, there's a screen to Chuba Hubbard, 23 yards on the 10-0 men. And already Carolina Panthers are across midfield. Let's see. I'm curious how the running has been split in Carolina. 9 carries, Chuba Hubbard, and 5 for McCaffrey. Here's another off tackle to Chuba Hubbard. Guessed right. Offsides penalty on the defense is going to wipe out that. And it's going to be 1st down and 5 at the 36 of the Jets. So already on the fringe of field goal range here. DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson split out wide. It's going to be a hitch over the middle to DJ Moore. Defense guessing run. Pickup of just 4 yards on the defensive card. Result of 5. So 2nd down and 1 at the 32. We're still in the third quarter. Sam Darnold, 24 of 35. 35 passes for Sam Darnold. So it's been mostly a pass attack here. We'll see what Coach Jess Geller dials up here on 2nd and 1. It's another button hook, this time to Christian McCaffrey. Nobody's in the zone. And that's going to be a 6-yard pickup plus the yak. And that's going to be 2 more. So 8 yards as Christian McCaffrey goes over the middle. And that's going to make it 1st down and 10 at the 24. 3rd catch on the day by McCaffrey. Closing moments of the third quarter here in Carolina. Panthers up on the Jets 24-13. Jets showing blitz out of the 4-3. 3 wide receivers split out now. Defense is guessing run, but it's a short pass. DJ Moore's the target. He's got it. That's another 1st down. 10 yards exactly down to the 14. As Sam Darnold continues to light up the scoreboard through the air. 8 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown for Bryce Hall. Oh, I'm sorry, not Bryce Hall. I apologize. DJ Moore. Here's another short pass. Robbie Anderson, 13 yards down to the 1. 1st and goal. And that closes out the third quarter here in Carolina. Panthers take a 24-13 lead into the final frame, and they are knocking at that doorstep. From the 1, they're in the pro set. McCaffrey goes out. It's Hubbard and Amir Abdullah. The key's on Abdullah, but it's Chuba Hubbard again, right up the middle. Touchdown! Panthers answer the Jets touchdown right away. Extra point pending here. Zane Gonzalez, he's got it. And early in the 4th, it's a 31-13 commanding lead by the Panthers. We'll check back, but let's go ahead and see about getting that Charger game going again. We'll come back here and see if that one is closer a little later. All right. Waiting for it to pop up. Come on. There it is. Oh, looks like we've got a 3rd and 1 at the 3-yard line for the Redskins. So David Mugman has his Skins on the doorstep, about to take the lead on the Chargers here. 13 plus minutes left here in the first half. Two tight ends. Gibson's going to be the tailback. Chargers guessing run, but it's a pass. Swinging out. Antonio Gibson out of the backfield. It's a result of receiver and incomplete. Gibson has 4 completions on his card on wrong, missed them all. And that's going to set up a big 3rd down and 6 at the 8-yard line. And that, I just realized, is because there was a penalty on that play. 5-yard penalty. Wipe away that incompletion, backs it up. And so 3rd and 6. J.D. McKissick is now the single setback for the Skins. 3 wide receivers split out. Terry McLaurin split out to the left on a 0 rated cornerback for the Chargers, Michael Davis. Nickel blitz coming from the Chargers. But it's a pitch out. J.D. McKissick is going to try to get it on the card, and it's going to be nothing. Stuffed there by the Chargers. That's a very nice looking card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different opportunities at a first down on that play, but didn't hit his number, rolled the 5. Everybody hates to see that 5 in a running back, so nothing doing. 4th and 6 at the 8. And for the second time today, the Skins are going to have to settle on a field goal attempt. From here, it should be a chippy. Looks like 2 through 11. And that's going to be good. Joey Sly punches it through. We've got a 1-point game here. Chargers up on Washington, 7-6. Early second quarter action, and that's going to be a touchback on the ensuing kickoff. So the Chargers will start up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They're going to operate out of 2 tight ends. And there's a slant pass to Jared Cook. Looks like he's going to have to forego that one. He's flushed out of the pocket. Herbert looking for another target. And he's got one. That's a nice pickup. 19 yards and a first down to Austin Eckler. Justin Herbert hit the yak opportunity on flat pass right, and Austin Eckler knows how to make the most of that. So Chargers all the way out to their 44-yard line. They'll stay in that 2 tight end formation. Mike Williams and Josh Palmer split out wide. It's a slant to the tight end, Jared Cook. Defense was double teaming Mike Williams. Cook again is not going to get that target. Flushed out of the pocket once again. Herbert, he's got a receiver result, and this time it's going to be 6 yards to Josh Palmer. That'll get you to midfield. 2nd down and 4. Chargers now at the 50. No turnovers yet in this game. There's a 5-yard run and a first down. Austin Eckler took that and beat the tackle with a 6 on a white dice. And so 1st and 10 at the Redskins' 45-yard line. Checking in over here on the Panthers game. Looks like it's catching up. Let's see. So it looks like maybe the Jets had it knocked me off. Well, it looks like it was still 31-13, roughly. We'll come back there in just a second. Inside run to Austin Eckler. That's a 5-yard pickup, as they're into field goal range now. 2nd and 5 at the Washington 29. Redskins are going to dial up the blitz out of the 4-3. It is a short pass, and that's picked off. Interception on the play. That went to the defensive card on a 9. It was 2 through 4 and 12 and picked off. Here comes the return, and a good one, 13 yards. That's going to get it all the way back out to the 28. So Washington intercepts it in their red zone, returns it back out to the 28, the game's first turnover. And it comes at an opportune time with the Chargers sitting in field goal range. So Washington now down 7-6, takes over at their 28 with 9:54 to go. 3 wide receivers are going to split out. Defenses in the nickel blitz. And it's a little dump pass to Adam Humphries. He did find the one empty zone, so good call there. But he rolls an 8, result a receiver on the defensive card, 6-yard pickup, Adam Humphries. 2nd down and 4. Taylor Heineke, 7 of 10 for 98. I had some success with Heineke in the preseason. I think his card's not that bad. Still a nickel blitz, 3 wide receivers, but it's a pitch out. Antonio Gibson around the edge, and he's got a first down, 8 yards on that play. Gibson up over 50 now on the game. And Washington is out to their 42-yard line. Chargers coming out of the nickel now. After that run, they'll go to 3-4, still blitzing. Another off tackle to Antonio Gibson. And Gibson on his card for 5 yards, 2nd down and 5. Bosa with his 6th tackle. Chargers staying in the 3-4, 2 tight ends out there for the Skins. There's an inside run up the middle, Antonio Gibson, and he's got the boxes on a defensive card, and that's going to bust a 7-yarder into a 17-yard pickup. 1st and 10 Redskins now at the edge of field goal range at the 36-yard line of the Chargers. As Gibson's shining on this drive for the Redskins. Chargers back to the nickel defense, showing blitz, 3 wide receivers, and it's a deep ball. Terry McLaurin is the target, and that's going to be incomplete. Taylor Heineke on his own card makes it a 2nd down and 10. So Coach Mugman was going for the end zone on that one, trying to hit his best player. Defense made the play. Halfway through the 2nd quarter here, 7-6 Chargers are up. And there's a square in pass over the middle to DeAndre Carter. It's the only empty flat zone. So an opportunity here. Heineke on his card. He's got a good one. +5 plus the yak. Add 12 more. 17 yards. There is a flag on the play. And that's going to go against the Chargers. Tack on unsportsmanlike conduct. And that's going to put the Redskins all the way down to the 9-yard line. 1st and goal. So big play there for the Redskins. At the 9-yard line, takes out the flat pass. So that changes the parameters here a little bit. 2 tight ends. Single setback Gibson again. Chargers showing blitz out of the 3-4. Defense gets his pass, but it's a pitch out. Antonio Gibson going around the edge. And 3 yards. Went to the defensive card on that one. Probably a good thing. If you're the Chargers, although Anthony would disagree. His Chargers defensive cards are not very good. He's been telling me plenty about that. That'll be his cross to bear this year. 2nd and goal at the 6. Still 2 tight ends with Gibson as the tailback. Chargers stay in this 3-4 blitz. Off tackle again, Antonio Gibson. And David Mugman, 4 more yards down to the 2. As he continues to show a commitment to the run on this drive. Gibson now 11 carries for 79 yards. And a big play here. Washington down by 1. They're at the 2-yard line, 3rd and goal. Both offense and defense come out in the same formation. 2 tight ends, 3-4 blitz for the Chargers. McLaren and Humphreys are split out wide. Gibson's the tailback. He's got good run blocking up front and not a good run defense. I would go up the middle. He's not. He's pitching it out. Defense guesses run, and it goes to the Gibson card, but it's still a touchdown. 5-yard is the result. So Mugman goes around the end, targeting what he hoped to maybe be an empty zone, and gets a lucky roll. He got the 6. One more down, a 7 would have been -7 on that play. But Mugman scores the touchdown. Skins are now up 14-7 after Joey Sly drills the extra point. And with 5:42 to go here in the second quarter, Chargers now find themselves down by a touchdown. There's a kick down to the 1-yard line and just a 17-yard return. Nice kickoff by Joey Sly, putting it at the 1 when the returners aren't so good. So the Chargers take over at their 18-yard line. Down, I said 14-7. I apologize. It is 13-7. So a 6-point lead for the Redskins. We're going to do a couple things. All right, nobody there. Let's go see if we can't find the final. We're close to it on that game. Let's check in on Jets Panthers. Panthers were kind of laying it on the Jets a while ago. Game should be pulling up any second now. And there it is. So we are down to 3 minutes, 30 seconds left here. In this game, Carolina is up by 18 points. So pretty much everything's over except the final score there. Although the Jets are now officially into the red zone. Still, there's no way there. So let's take a quick look at the box score. I'm kind of curious. 26 first downs to 19. Yardage is close, 370 to 343. No fumbles and 1 extra pick for the Jets. Wow, Michael Carter, 15 carries, 154 yards. He had a 50-yard carry. That means his other 14 carries put up another 104 yards. Great day for Michael Carter running the ball. But in the end, it looks like it's not going to be enough as Carolina's going to escape in this one, it looks like, and start the season 1-0. Jets will start 0-1, it looks like. All done here but the final score. I may try to debrief the Jets coach here at the end of this one. And for that reason, let's just go ahead and stick there for a second. We're going to look over here at Chargers for just a moment. All right, and let's go ahead and let's close that. I want to close the Charger game is what I really want to do. And we'll come back to that one. Oh, we do have an injury. Mike Williams. We got to look at that. He's just out for the half, so that'll be okay. But the Chargers did lose Mike Williams for the first half. Another 5 minutes, not too bad. Let's close that game. We'll come back here. We're going to go ahead and stay here for the finish of Jets Panthers. Here's a pitch out to Michael Carter. He's had a great day, and there's another good run. 11-yard touchdown for Michael Carter, and that would have been good enough for 39 more. That's a dude who's asking for the ball today. 17 carries and a $170. 3 touchdowns for Michael Carter. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion here, try to cut it to a 10-point deficit. 2:06 left in this game. Still quite a long shot here, but got to play it out. Zach Wilson's back to pass. He's looking for his tight end, but he's sacked. Brought down on this 2-point conversion. Hassan Reddick with his first sack of the season. So that keeps it at a 12-point lead. Here's the onside kick from the Jets, and that'll be recovered by the Panthers. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here. Let me cue up a message to these coaches to let them know that I'll be around. All right. So we got the message queued up here. As we always tell everybody, no pressure. We want everybody to come out, join our broadcast if they feel comfortable. I think that's always good for us. But we don't want anybody to feel the pressure like they have to if they're not comfortable to or whatever. So broadcast looks like we're still good there. Showing the full screen, just making sure. Oh, and that's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the Jets. So leave it, as soon as you say a game looks over, he's going to try to return that, and he does. 7 more yards on that fumble recovery. So let's hold the phone here in Carolina. Still probably over, but Jets down by 12 points, still have 3 timeouts, have the ball, 1:52 to go. They're already in Carolina territory at the 46. Zach Wilson's back. He's looking to pass. Braxton Berrios is what he's looking at, but he's going to find it looks like he's going to do a dump pass out here, flushed out to Jamison Crowder. And Crowder's going to pick up 7 yards. Let's see if he's able to get out of bounds, and he's not. So that's going to make it 2nd and 3 at the Carolina 39-yard line. Boy, it's too bad he missed that 2-point conversion a little bit ago, or he could settle for a field goal here and try another onside kick at some point. Panthers stay in the dime. 4 wide receivers split out for the Jets. Still trailing by 12. Jets used their first timeout on that last play, 1:45 to go. Back to pass Zach Wilson, and that's incomplete. Got a result of receiver on the defensive card. And Berrios couldn't pull it in. Only 3 receptions on short pass right for Berrios. So 3rd down and 3 now. 1:37 to go. Panthers staying safe playing in the dime, but boy, with 1:37 to go and 2 touchdowns needed and only 2 timeouts, even staring at that 3-2-6, I might throw deep, but he's going to run it up the middle, Ty Johnson, and he's going to get the 3 yards he needs and nothing more. That's going to make it a 1st and 10 at the Carolina 36-yard line. And we just went to the hurry-up offense there. Yes. I hate Cavs. I'm a mess. I am definitely not in mid-season form on broadcasting. All right, that's good enough. We'll leave it like that. So let's come back here and let's see where we're at here. A minute left in this one. 3rd down and 10 for the Jets at the 36-yard line. He's going to run it up the middle to Michael Carter. Just a 2-yard gain. 4th down and 8. I assume he's going to call that timeout here. He did not. Looks like he went to the hurry up. 37 seconds left in this game now. 4th and 8. Jets at the Carolina 34-yard line. He needs 2 touchdowns. There's a short pass, incomplete. And that should do it. Carolina takes over. 30 seconds left in this game. Jets only have 2 timeouts, so all we have left are the kneels. And the final score in this one is about to be official. Sam Darnold takes a knee. Coaches congratulating each other on a good game. There we go. So really, again, the turning point in this game, you can see it right there, a 78-yard interception return in a 10-7 game, early third quarter. Zach Wilson gives up the pick six to allow Carolina to extend to a 10-point lead. So that's going to be where it all went wrong for the Jets. And Zach Wilson's going to be a challenge, and you just got to hope that he comes around eventually for this team. In the long term, I still think he's a good quarterback. I still kind of hope for him. But a rough start for the Jets. The yardage a second ago I noticed was very similar. Let's take a look at that while we're checking to see if there's any coaches joining us. Looks like we do have one. And there he is. Jess Keller, how are we doing today, buddy?
All right. How you doing?
I'm not hearing you. I don't know if you're hearing me. I hope you are. Let me see.
There
you are. Can you hear me, Jess?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you just fine. Thank you. How's it going?
Good. Yeah.
Congratulations on your week 1 win, buddy.
Thank you. It was I'm locked here. I don't know what put this in front of me maybe. All right, this is better, right? Okay. Yeah, it was a fun one.
Yeah, so I've got my first question is setting the stage. I didn't cover the whole game, as I think you know. I came in, I think, like right before halftime and watched a lot of the second half because your score got a little out of hand. I cut over to the Washington game a little bit, but I did notice looking at the box score, it looks like that turning point happened in the interception early third quarter. Zach Wilson dials up a pick six to A.J. Boye, right?
Yeah, so first half frustrating, both Donnie and me. 10-7, typical, you would expect Panthers Jets kind of game.
Yeah.
7 or 8 penalties between the two teams, critical penalties. So second half, not much going on. I throw a pick. He's on my 30. Next play, I put a safety in the left linebacker box, and he rolls a 3 on my card, and you know what that means. And then the 3 on the return for the flat pass. I think it's the 3 and the 9 that gets you all the way.
Yeah, so it wasn't even a correct double team. You just literally picked the safety and dropped him into the right flat.
It wasn't a double team. It was a dropping safety into the flat.
That's gutsy. Good for you, man.
And then I got the 3, and so it's 17-7 at that point.
Yeah.
He punts, Donnie punts, and I make it 24-7. Carter had a great game. I don't know what his final stats are. He had a 50-yard touchdown run.
He had a 50-yard touchdown run, and then I noticed at the time I saw that, I also noticed that aside from that run, he also had 14 carries for another 104 yards.
Yeah,
and that was before he added the 11-yard touchdown run there at the end. That would have been 39 if he'd had enough room on the field. So yeah. Carter had a big day. I think it was 170 yards rushing. So
and I was able to on offense spread it around and. Use DJ Moore nicely in the flat and as well as short pass. The Jet short pass card is pretty tough, pretty weak for Donnie to play with.
Yeah, so that makes me that helps me understand. I noticed that Darnold at one point had 35 pass attempts when your runners only had 14. So I was kind of thinking that kind of surprised me for Carolina, but I hear you saying that the defensive card and alignment had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, so with 3 men in the zone, if he's double teaming or if he's moving the safety around, 3 men in the zone, basically everything is complete on his card except 9, which is the interception. And I threw 3 9s and literally in a row at different points, one including it almost should have been a touchdown on the 2-yard line. It's 2 through 12 is a touchdown except for 9 pretty much. So that led to the field goal right before the half to make it 10-7. But his card is tough on short pass. It's Jets are tough. There's a lot of zeros. The linebackers are zeros. The defensive line is tough. So I was trying to avoid the second and long because he was good in double covering. He had a good second and long was trouble for me whenever I had it. So I was avoiding that with first down passes, and definitely slowed down the run game significantly. Darnold threw a pick, almost threw another. I mean, he had his share of aggravation.
Sure. By the way, Donnie is looking to join our broadcast here, so let me get him the link. He was asking for that. Love to see our Jets coach here. All right, I gave him the link, so hopefully we'll see him here in a little bit.
Yeah. But it was 10-7 half, and ended up at 34-22, so definitely a explosion in the second half with big plays on both sides.
Yeah, did you I noticed that did you end up running like Christian McCaffrey? What are the carries? What is the breakdown? I know Chuba Hubbard has 172 attempts. Does McCaffrey have a lot less than that?
You got I think 99.
Okay. Hey, Donnie, how are you doing?
Okay, man.
Welcome, buddy.
I was just telling Tim about your pass defense with short pass and your zeros. It's tough.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I kept trying to rush. That didn't work because it just threw right over me for a flat. But I don't know. I definitely didn't have any answers.
Yeah, no.
I tried double teaming, so I don't know what else to do.
Yeah,
we got Anthony jumping in here as well. I noticed Michael Carter had an amazing day.
Well, he hit a 12 and hit a 2.
Yeah, two for the 50-yarder, 55 on his card. He brought it in for 50, and then the 12 for the 36. Yeah, he had. He's definitely the 150 over 150, right?
I haven't looked at the stats yet.
Yeah, I was telling Jess the picks. I didn't get to see the whole game. I was kind of covering 2 games, but certainly you could look at the box score and just immediately tell the pick 6 was kind of the turning point in that one.
It was, and I thought I finally got some momentum. I'd stopped him, and then first play, I give it right back to him.
Was it really the first play?
Yeah, after I picked him off, it was the next play.
It was back-to-back picks.
Wow.
So Darnold's pick was the 11 on short pass, I think the 2-7. So and then that flat pass was that was a game turner definitely because we were just moving the ball back and forth. The first half, 10-7, I had like over 200 yards and only 10 points. Field goal taken off the board with an offsides. I had a long field goal, taken off the board. Just what you would expect from the Panthers,
Well, as in real life, Strat.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So as Anthony was saying on the earlier broadcast, I think there are a lot of teams out there right now that have defensive cards that are just going to challenge you. Defense is old NFL.
Right.
They're not real big on defense these days.
Here's a funny story, and I think Anthony may have explained the fumble to me.
Yeah, welcome, Anthony,
year.
by the way.
Hey guys, you got me for a minute if you want me.
Yeah, is your game? I'm curious, real quick. Is your game still going?
Yep, kick in now. All right, so.
All right, well, I'll be over there to cover the end of your game in just a little bit.
Yeah, so one quick story. So Donnie, I apologize if it appeared to be a delay towards the end of the game. I was actually trying to set up. I was getting Burns and Reddick off the field for injuries, and I was doing quick sub setup, which took a little while to get going, to get the team players in and then to save it. So it looked like a delay on my end. I did the same thing for the offense with 2.5 minutes to go, and I brought Phil Walker in because who cares if I lose Phil Walker?
Right.
He fumbled the snap.
I saw that. Yeah, Donnie, did you think for a second there you might have a chance when that fumble snap happened?
What part of the game was it? I remember.
Well, so at the end, you're down by
right
12.
When he was trying to run the clock out.
Yeah, I brought Phil Walker in, and I was doing a save on the quick sub because I don't think I'm going to have many opportunities to bring Phil Walker in for kneel down. So I figured, let me give this a shot.
And he fumbles it right away. That's what you get for
auto
auto
pass in a passing situation. So he's got 2 deep, he's got 4 in short zone. So it's hard to complete. And while I thought I still had a chance, I was trying to eat up small. Just keep the chains moving. But
you did that nice. The drive, you were back and forth a little bit with the flats and the runs, and it's what it is. I mean, our teams are both combined wins with like 9, right? So, yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you're playing teams that are kind of on that lower side, you need a lot of things. You need good roles, you need good calls for your coaching, and you
Yeah.
need a lot of those things to happen, kind of in succession. So
Yeah.
Just like in real life, the Jets don't have a whole lot of winnable games. I was hoping that this could be one I could have a chance in at
Yeah.
the very end. But
Yeah.
But the good news is, I don't know about you, Donnie, but are you a little excited about the Jets right now? I know.
Look, I've been a Jets fan since I was 5 years old in about 1969. And, there for a while, like when Rex was coaching, they were relevant in every game. You just thought, why do they make undisciplined penalties? They're always shooting themselves in the foot, but they were winning 6, 7, 8 games. And now, then they went through all these coaches and couldn't get anything going. And I never felt like they had a good plan. I do feel like now they've got a plan to go forward.
Yeah, I love your coach. I love.
And if they could get one or two big free agents, or if they could win enough to attract a good playmaker, I think it'd make a big difference. But I didn't get to watch the game Sunday other than just watching it on the GameCast thing where you watch the football moving or whatever.
Sure.
And when Cleveland scored and went up 13, I hardly ever turn a game off. I walked outside. I was mad. I said, the Lions won. The Jaguars won. Why can't we win? And my dad and my brother had drove up, and I was talking to them, and I look on my phone with a notification, Jets win 31-30. And I said, wait a minute, that game was over. I thought.
So
I had to come in and watch highlights.
Donnie, you're in good company. My close first cousin is a big Jets fan, and he says, and he's so frustrated as you would know, the last bunch of years. He writes to me. He says, "Wouldn't you know it, I turned it off after it was 30-30. So I think a lot of Jet fans turned it off at 30-17.
Well, I had a friend that was at the game from here. We've got a little group of Jet fans here, and then my two sons are Jets fans. But I'm a school teacher, and so I've got Jet stuff on quite often. But all day yesterday, I had kids coming up to me in the high school. Coach, man, did you see that game yesterday? What'd you think about it? So I don't know. It was kind of fun for all of them to come up because they were excited for me, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good. Well, and I don't know if you know, but Jess Geller, he was at the Giants game, so he's a lifelong Giants fan. So we got both the New York teams represented here. So
good stuff. I mean,
and you guys are both off to a good start. Maybe good things, So well, listen, I got to get to cover the end of the other game. Does you guys have anything else about this game?
It's all good. It's all good. It's great to have Strato back.
Good to see you both. Glad we're back and rolling. And looking forward to seeing you guys again later in the year. Okay.
All right.
Have a good night, fellas.
Good game, Donnie.
Yeah, good game to you.
All
right. So we're going to go ahead and head back over to the other game. Let's go ahead and get that pulled up here. It's going to be Chargers and Redskins. Final score again in Carolina. Panthers defeat the Jets 34-22, with the turning point coming on a Zach Wilson pick six to AJ Boye. Let's go ahead and get that Chargers game up now. As we saw, it was 13-7. The Redskins were winning at home. Let's no, not there. Okay, I need to get the game number again. All right, we're about in now. All right, so we've got two results final today. The Jaguars held on to beat the Texans. I believe that was 29-10, something like that. Panthers just defeated the Jets 34-22. And our third game of the season, you are looking live now at Washington at home. They are now losing this one. They had a 17-point second quarter to take a 20-14, halftime lead. Washington was up by 6 at half, but the Chargers looks like they just scored. Let's see what happened there. There's a sack by the Chargers, by the way. Joey Bosa gets his first sack of the year. Won't be his last. So we just had a deep ball. So it looked like the Chargers doubled up. Congratulations to Anthony. He got a 14-yard touchdown pass to Jared Cook with 1 second left in the first half to cut it to a 20-14 deficit, and then took the lead with a touchdown 46-yard pass to Keenan Allen early second half. So two quick touchdowns on both sides of halftime have put the Chargers up 21-20. Redskins have the ball. Pass by Tyler. I'm sorry, it's the Chargers with the ball. So let's set this up again. I'm sorry. Chargers are now up 21-20. 11 minutes, 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Chargers have the ball, 2nd and 10. They're at their own 46-yard line. Most of the second half left. Justin Herbert already 275 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Here's a run up the middle to Austin Eckler, 5-yard pickup. And that's going to set up a 3rd down and 5. Whole playbook open at that point. Chargers with decent run blocking, especially on the left side of that line. 6-5-5 reading from the center to the left. 2 tight end formation. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are split out. Williams back from his injury right before halftime. Redskins are going to sit in the 4-3. Here's an end run to the quarterback, Justin Herbert, going around the end, and that's going to be a 1st down pickup. There is a penalty, and not surprisingly, that's going to be on the Chargers. Anthony's been reminding me how bad his penalty situation is as far as what the cards show. And certainly he's seen a lot of those. And he has 5 penalties, just 27 yards, though, so far on those penalties. 3rd down and 15 after that holding. So a big holding penalty allows the Redskins to drop back in the dime and just try to keep them ahead of the sticks. 3 wide receivers split out. Cook's the tight end. Eckler's the tailback in the shotgun with Herbert. And he's throwing deep, dialing up a deep ball to Jared Cook. And he's got a completion. That's 31 yards. There's more penalties here. Let's see who it's on. And this one's on the defense. The Chargers decline it. Redskins were offsides. But they'll decline that penalty. And that's a 31-yard pass on 3rd and 15 from Justin Herbert to Jared Cook on the defensive card. And Justin Herbert goes over 300 yards passing in this game already with 9:54 to go in the third quarter. Chargers down to the 28-yard line of Washington on that play. Still in the 2 tight end formation. Defense showing blitz out of the 4-3. Right back to the tight end, Jared Cook. Short pass over the middle. And actually, Herbert's flushed out of the pocket. Cancel that. And there's a nice pickup. 6 on the white dice, put 0 men in the zone, and that's going to be a pickup of 10 yards. Eckler with his 6th catch in this game for 68 yards. It's inside the red zone now. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Chargers looking to extend on their lead. They're up 21-20. There's a short pass. 4 men in the zone. That's complete anyway. 13 yards to Keenan Allen. And that's going to make it 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Oh, wow. It's showing just me. We need to change that. Back to the game. Sorry about that. All right. Forgot to switch it back after the interview. So 1st and goal at the 5. Chargers going to go full house here. We'll see if they run toward their better blocking side. Showing blitz out of the 4-3 is Dave Mugman and his Redskins. Waiting on the play call here from Anthony. I'm wondering, there's the play call. It's a key on the defense to Austin Eckler, but the run is to Justin Jackson, 4 yards. Jackson on his card. So Washington picks the wrong running back to key, and Jackson takes it down to the 1. It's going to be 2nd and goal there. Chargers will stay in the full house. Four-three blitz again by the defense. Off tackle to Eckler on his card. Touchdown! Eckler gets a 3 on his card. That's good for 4. And so he punches it in. And that puts the Chargers up 27-20. Extra point pending. And that kick is up and good. Not automatic in San Diego or in Los Angeles, but he did put it through. 28-20. Now an 8-point lead for the Chargers. They're kicking off. 8 minutes left to go. And that's a good kick. That's going to go right to the 1-yard line and only a 17-yard return. DeAndre Carter on that return. He's got a lot of good returns, including a touchdown on his card, but credit to the Chargers special teams, a kickoff to the 1, and then getting it on their own defensive special teams card for just a 17-yard gain. 18-yard line is where the Skins are going to start. They'll come out in the 2 tight end formation themselves. McLaurin and Humphreys are going to split out wide. Gibson's the tailback. Chargers operating out of the 3-4. They've been kind of alternating between that and the nickel against this offense. And there's a run by Gibson. It's just a 1-yard gain. Gibson went end run wrong and got it to his card. It's a good opportunity, but not a good result. 2nd and 9. A heavy dose of Gibson in this game for the Skins. 16 for 94 and a touchdown. 3 wide receivers is the formation with a tight end in the backfield. And it's a flare out to that tight end, Ricky Seals-Jones. And that's going to be a 13-yard pickup and a first down. It was actually 0 men because of a 6 on the white dice. The result of the receiver came up. That favored the Chargers. But double 6 is on Ricky Seals-Jones, and he gets a 13-yard gain and a first down. Redskins set up at the 32 now. There's a little quick out pass to Logan Thomas. And that's another tight end catch, 4 yards there, 2nd down and 6. Tight end Jared Cook has 2 touchdown receptions today for the Chargers, plus 1 to Keenan Allen. There's a short pass for Heineke. It's incomplete. There is a penalty, and it's holding. So wipe off that incompletion. Chargers will take that holding penalty, and it's now 2nd and 16, Washington at their 26. So we'll see if they can get back into short pass, a more reasonable short pass range. They've got 3 wide receivers split out with Gibson the tailback. That'll put the Chargers in the nickel. But it's a run right up the middle. Antonio Gibson, as the Chargers, or I should say the Redskins, continue to pound the running game, and they continue to pound it with effect. 13 more yards up the middle. It was a short gain on a 3 result for Antonio Gibson. Gets him 13 yards and a very manageable 3rd down and 3 now for the Redskins at their 39. As Gibson goes over 100 yards in this game now, still in the 3rd quarter. 2 tight end formation. Gibson stays in as the tailback. Chargers going to show blitz here out of a 3-4. Defense gets his pass, but it's a pitch out to Antonio Gibson. He's going around the end again, but right at a linebacker, and that's going to be a 1-yard loss. It went to the defensive card, and that's a good break for the Chargers defense, as that allows them to hold here. It's 4th and 4 now at the 38, Washington. Looking to punt. Gibson now 18 carries on the day. There's a 48-yard punt that's inside the 15 to the 14, taken there. Fair catch, Andre Roberts. And the Chargers will take over there. So 4:48 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Chargers up by 8, and they have the ball at their own 14. Chargers coming out of the 2 tight end formation, this time with a shotgun. Eckler's back there beside Herbert. And he's back to pass again. He's looking for Keenan Allen, but he's forced out of the pocket. He's going to run, and he's got himself a first down. Justin Herbert on the must run, picks up 11 and a first down on a 4 result. And that gets him a little breathing room out to the 25-yard line. First run on the year for Justin Herbert, and a good one. Getting him out of the shadow of their end zone. Back to pass again. And he's looking for Keenan Allen, and it is going to be complete. That's a 15-yard pickup and a first down out to the 40. As Justin Herbert just continues to fire it through the air. Short pass, 3 men. Everything's pretty much complete there. That was a snake eyes roll. It was a split opportunity, 2 through 6, but he got the 15-yarder. And on first down, here's a run this time, Austin Eckler, and he's got a short gain on double sixes, and he's going to pick up 17 yards as the Chargers march right past midfield down to the Washington 43. First down and 10. Staying in the 2 tight end formation. There's a little screen pass out to the side. Austin Eckler's got it. Nice pickup, 6 yards. There's a penalty. And that's going to be a holding on the offense. Back those Chargers up. First down and 20. Back across the midfield stripe at their own 47-yard line. Justin Herbert trending for over 400 yards passing in this game. He's at 344 right now. We're not to the 4th quarter. 4-2-5 blitz shown here, but it's an end run to the quarterback. Herbert tries it again. This time it's a 7-yard pickup on the defensive card. Onside guard made the block as Anthony ran to his strong side where his better blockers are. And that makes it 2nd and 13. Redskins again out of the 4-2-5. Chargers attack that middle zone, button hook over the middle, and a 6 on the white die is going to result in a 13-yard gain with no men there. Eckler gets his 7th catch for 81 yards and a first down as the Chargers are down to the 33-yard line of the Redskins. Two tight end formation again. And Herbert wants it all. He's looking deep. But he's flushed out of the pocket. He's looking to his tight end, Jared Cook. And he's got him for a 6-yard pickup. Jared Cook continues his mastery today. 10 catches, 151 yards, and 2 touchdowns. As Anthony is using the tight end to great effect in this game. Right back to the 2 tight end formation, 2nd and 4 at the Washington 27. Washington comes down to the 4-3. Herbert back to pass, and he's going right back to Jared Cook again. But he's flushed out of the pocket. This time it's going to be, look, he's going over to Keenan Allen instead. Result a receiver and a 6-yard pickup and a first down. So the Chargers now 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line of Washington. Keenan Allen over 100 yards receiving now. 6 catches, 101 and a touchdown after that one. At the 21-yard line, Skins defense showing blitz out of the 4-3. They're guessing pass, but it's a run up the middle. Austin Eckler, and he's going to pick up 6. Beating the left tackle with a roll of 6 on the white die. And that's 2nd and 4 now at the 15-yard line into the red zone. Safety is now truly free. The 4th quarter has come to a close here in Washington. Your score, Chargers up 28-20. And on 2nd and 4, first play of the 4th quarter, Chargers are flushed out of the pocket again. He keeps trying to attack short, but the pressure's flushing him. Result of receiver and incomplete. That was on Austin Eckler's card and good opportunities, but missed it on a 7. That sets up 3rd down and 4 at the Washington 15-yard line. So big play here for the Redskins defense. They're only down by 1 score, 8 points, 28-20. Give up a field goal here, and that keeps it at 11. Otherwise, it becomes a much bigger hill to climb. 3rd and 4 at the 15. Cook and Parham are the 2 tight ends again. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams split out. Run up the middle to Eckler, and they're keying him. Here's a good call, and that doesn't matter. That's a 7-yard pickup. Went to the defensive card. Center needed to be a 6 to get those 7 yards, and the Chargers center is a 6. Big pickup on Keed as Eckler plows inside the 10 down to the 8. 1st and goal now at the 8. Chargers changing to the full house. Here's an off tackle to Austin Eckler to his card all the way down to the 1, a 7-yard pickup. And the Chargers 1 yard away from a 2-score lead. 2nd and goal at the 1. Full house formation, 4-3 blitz shown by the Redskins. It's going to be an off tackle to Eckler. The key is on the quarterback, and that's into the end zone. Touchdown, Austin Eckler. Eckler now 10 carries, 55 yards, and 2 scores on this game as the Chargers open up a 2-touchdown lead. And with this extra point, it is good. Dustin Hopkins puts it through, and the Chargers extend to a 15-point lead, 35-20, with 13 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Ensuing kickoff is a touchback. Redskins taking over at their 25. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to step away and get a drink. And a pass interference penalty on the Chargers. Gets the drive started for the Redskins. They're 1st and 10 at their own 39. They're going to go 3 wide receivers. Gibson's the tailback. Taylor Heineke's not putting up Herbert numbers today, but he's been pretty steady. 12 of 17 for $172. No interceptions. There's a quick out to John Bates at tight end, and that's a good pickup, 13 yards. 6 on the white dice, converted 1 man to 0 men in the zone. And Heineke capitalizes for a 1st down. That's across midfield. Redskins now at the 48-yard line of the Chargers. Three wide receivers set for the offense again. Chargers out of the nickel. But it's a run. Off tackle to Antonio Gibson for a 7-yard pickup. And it's 2nd down and 3. Staying in the 3 wide receivers. 15-point lead for the Chargers here, but the Redskins are driving. Still almost 12 minutes left in this game. Back to pass, Tyler Heineke, and 12 yards on the defensive card, and a 1st down. Terry McLaurin making that catch, his 2nd of the game. And Washington Now at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 into field goal range. They'll stay in 3 wide receivers. But it's a pitch out. They're going to pitch it out to the left, and Gibson's going to pick up 2 yards. Once again, he goes to the defensive card. And the tackle couldn't make the block. Looks like that's because of the 3 wide receiver set. Because he actually is a 4 and rolled the 4. 2nd and 8 at the 27. Still 3 wide receiver set. Gibson the tailback. There's a little dump, quick slant over the middle. Once again to that tight end, John Bates. There is a man in the zone. Heineke goes to the defensive card. It's a result of receiver and 8 yards, just enough for the first down. And that's inside the red zone now to the 19-yard line, 1st and 10. As Heineke goes over 200 yards passing in this game, now 15 of 20, 75% completions. Two tight end formation now. 3 wide receivers are off in favor of that second tight end. Defense calls pass, but it's a run up the middle. Gibson again, just a 1-yard pickup this time on his own card. 21st carry on the day for Antonio Gibson. Chargers going to show blitz out of the 3-4 here on 2nd and 9. They're guessing pass again. But the Commanders, or Redskins, I guess I should be calling them the Commanders, stick with the run. Antonio Gibson takes it around the edge, and he's got an 11-yard pickup on 2nd and 9. As Gibson comes through once again for 1st and goal at the 7. Gibson now 22 carries for 127 in this game. 3-4 blitz by the Chargers defense. Commanders in the 2 tight end offense, and they're dropping back to pass. Heineke looking for that tight end again. John Bates goes to the defensive card, and he's got it. Touchdown, Redskins. Washington gets the score. It was actually a long gain result on the short pass card with 3 men. That was plenty to get that 9-yard touchdown, or I should say 7-yard touchdown pass to John Bates. As Taylor Heineke's had himself a really good game, actually, as he cuts it to just a 1-score deficit now. Although it looks like they're looking to go for 2 here. So let's see. It's 35-26 after that. So you can get the 1 point. You can kick the extra point and make it an 8-point game. So you know it's a 1-score game, or you can go for 2 here. The Redskins are going for 2. I go both ways on this, but I get it. The reason I want to go for 2 here, if I do, which he is, the reason I would is if I am going to need that 2 point, if I'm going to need more than 2 scores in a 2-point conversion, I'd like to know now so I can factor that into my thinking. Let's see here. Just make sure. Asterisk rule costs a sack there. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to ask Anthony about that. Asterisk rule cost him a sack. I'll have to ask him about that. So let's pick it up here. 1st and goal at the 2 as we're trying the 2-point conversion here. 3 wide receivers and a halfback, Gibson. Heineke under center. 3-3-5 with the blitz shown by the Chargers defense. And they are passing. They're throwing to the tailback, and that is going to be complete. So it was a defender, X or 15, and that linebacker that covers Gibson is a 0 or was blitzing. I can't remember if I saw that. But that results in a 2-point conversion completed for Washington. Cuts it to a 7-point game. Well done, David Mugman. The score is now 35-28. Chargers have the ball after a touchback. They're up by 7. 8 minutes, 42 seconds left in this game. So Chargers looking to mount a long drive here and run some clock. They're going to start by throwing, of course. Back to throw to Keenan Allen, and it's good, 13 yards. Justin Herbert continues his aerial assault. 1st and 10 out to the 38. Shotgun formation again. 2 tight ends. Allen and Williams split wide. The Skins are going to operate out of the 4-3 defense. Back to pass, Herbert again. And he's looking over the short pass to Jared Cook. And Cook's got another one. 10 yards and a 1st down. It was a result of receiver. And Cook only had like 4 possible receptions there, but Cook is in fuego today, so you knew he was going to get that. That's 11 catches, 161, and 2 touchdowns for Jared Cook. And it's 1st and 10. Chargers now near midfield at their own 48. Still 2 tight ends out of the shotgun. Eckler beside Herbert. Back to pass again. Targeting Mike Williams. Another result of receiver and incomplete. That time, Mike Williams couldn't get the roll on receiver, and it sets up 2nd down and 10. Back to pass on 2nd and 10. Another short one. This one's going to go to Donald Parham, but he's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to go away from that. He's looking to Austin Eckler, and he's got him, dumped it to him, and Eckler's got him 1st down and more. 23 yards on the defensive card inside the Redskins 30. As Eckler goes over 100 yards receiving in this game, 8 for 104, and Justin Herbert goes over 400 yards passing, 30 for 41, 415, and 3 tutties. But it's just a 7-point lead, 1st and 10 at the 29. Now under center, still in the 2 tight end formation. Defense guesses run, but it's a short pass to Jared Cook again and incomplete. Justin Herbert fails to convert on a short pass wrong on his own card. 2nd and 10 at the 29. Redskins stay in the 4-3, showing blitz. Guessing pass, but it's an off tackle. Eckler gets the short gain again as he continues to blow up on the Redskins. 13 yards inside the red zone down to the 16-yard line. Now 6 minutes left in this game. Chargers up by 7. Driving into the red zone of the Redskins. 1st and 10 at the 16 as they're looking to try to put some distance here. Get that 2nd score on the board. We'll see what the Redskins do defensively. It's still 2 tight ends, no shotgun right now. Herbert under center. Eckler's the tailback. Skins staying in the 4-3. They'll show blitz. Mugman could really use a turnover here. They're going to double team Keenan Allen, guessing pass, but it's a run up the middle, Austin Eckler, and that's 4 more yards. 2nd down and 6 at the Washington 12. That leaves the flat passes in play here. – 4-3 showing blitz again by the Redskins. Herbert under center, 2 tight ends. And he's going to sneak it on a short yardage defense, and Herbert's going to get just 1. There's a penalty and personal foul. So Washington thought they might be setting up for a 3rd down opportunity, but a personal foul, big penalty, and that sets up 1st and goal at the 5. And true to form in this game, inside the 5, Chargers converting to a full house offense. Skins out of the 4-3 showing blitz. And it's a key on Austin Eckler, but the run goes to Justin Jackson, and it's good for the touchdown. Justin Jackson on double sixes wrong would have had 75 yards on that play. So a waste of that good luck charm, I suppose. But I guess Anthony will take it. That's a touchdown, and the Chargers go up 41-28. Here's the the kick, and the PAT is good. Dustin Hopkins puts it through. So a 2-touchdown lead now as the Chargers have put up 28 second half points, outscoring the Redskins 28-8 here in the second half, and lead this game by 14, 42-28. So the Redskins now have the ball. It's not over. Redskins have 3 timeouts, 4 minutes, 48 seconds left. They need 2 touchdowns. They're going to have to operate quickly, but the Chargers have a defense that makes you believe it's possible. Anthony would say that himself. They're going to operate out of the dime here, and it's a button hook to the tailback, J.D. McKissick, as Heineke tries to see what he can pick up over the middle. And that's a result of receiver. McKissick picks up 6 on that one. And that's going to make it 2nd and 4 at the 31. But the clock is the enemy here. Gibson comes back in the game as the single tailback. 3 wide receivers split out. Dime defense again here, and it's another button hook, this time to the other tailback, Gibson. And Gibson's got an incompletion there. Not as good receiving as J.D. McKissick. And that sets up a 3rd down and 4. Gibson stays in the game, 2 tight end formation, Heineke under center. McLaren and Humphreys are split out. Chargers will stay in the dime. 3rd and 4 here at the 31. You got to figure it's 4 down territory probably at this point, even in your own, inside your own 40. And on 3rd and 4, it's going to be a sideline pass. It's an empty zone. He picked the right zone to go to, and that's good for 23 yards. Excellent luck on that call, or good coaching on that call. Take your pick. But he hit the open flat zone that was available to him. And Adam Humphries capitalized for 23, and it's 1st and 10 now at the Chargers' 46-yard line. Now 3:18 left in this game. Like I said, he's got to pick up the pace. Chargers staying in the dime. It's another square in pass over the middle. This time it's an empty zone by design. Goes to the offensive card on wrong, and that's 12 yards. 1st down to the 34-yard line of the Chargers. Now 2:42 left in this game. Plenty of time here, really. If you can just, if I'm the Redskins, I'm looking to get that touchdown before the 2-minute warning and then use my timeouts. Try to save those timeouts. But game script sometimes dictates against what you plan. So we'll see what happens here. Now 4 wide receivers split out for the Redskins. Still in the dime for the Chargers. It's a screen pass to McKissick, and a pretty good one, 7 yards. But he did not get out of bounds. So that takes it down to 2 minutes and 6 seconds left here. 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line of the Chargers. Heineke working on a very good day here at quarterback for the Skins, just not able to keep pace with Justin Herbert. Heineke back to pass, and this time he's looking deep, and there's 2 men in the zone, nothing doing, incomplete. Went to the defensive card. And so here's 3rd down and 3 now at the 2-minute warning. So we've reached the 2-minute warning here in Washington. Skins at home trail by 14. They're inside the 30-yard line of the Chargers, though. 3rd and 3 at the 27. Chargers out of the dime. It's another screen pass to the tailback McKissick, and he's got it, 13 yards, and he gets out of bounds as well. 6 on the white die, converted that to 0 men. McKissick capitalizes with his 3rd catch. And that gets the Redskins down to the 14-yard line. 1:52 to go. They still have all 3 timeouts. Very much in this game. But step 1 is getting in that end zone. 3 wide receivers in the formation. 2 running backs. McKissick is the tailback. It's a sideline pass again. This one's going to DeAndre Carter. Man in zone. And it is a yak opportunity, and that's a good one. 13 yards and out of bounds as well at the 1-yard line. That was a yak opportunity +2, and then an 11 was the roll that gave him plus 11 yards. That's not a good yak receiver that just converted that first down, but he got it. First and goal at the 1. A minute 45 to go. Excellent work by David Mugman working down the field here on this drive. He showed great patience. Here's a sneak to Heineke. He's keyed, and it's on his card, so he'll lose a yard. And double twos is an injury. It's Terry McLaren. Says he'll have to come out for a while. Let's see if that goes beyond this game. It doesn't look like it does. No promises. McLaren is out for the remainder of this game. He'll be back in overtime. That's unfortunate when you're trying to come back here. Second and goal at the 2. Minute 37 to go. Full house formation. Chargers showing blitz out of the 3-4. Defense gets his pass, but it's a pitch out to Jarrett Patterson. And touchdown, Redskins, as that goes to the defensive card. And that's going to be a good touchdown. So 42-34, extra point pending. And so trying to cut it to a 7-point game here is Joey Sly. Kick is up and good. And so let's set the situation. Probably an onside kick, although he has 3 timeouts left. We'll see what he does. A minute 22 to go. He's down by 7. The Redskins are down by 7. Minute 22, 3 timeouts. Boy, that's the tough call. Because I need a touchdown, I probably onside. He does onside, and he does not get it. Chargers recover that ball. So a minute 7 left. 67 seconds in the game. Chargers first and 10. They're already in Washington territory at the 46-yard line after that onside kick. Redskins have all 3 timeouts. So Redskins really need a turnover. Have to have a 3 and out if they're going to have any chance here. Shootout here in the Capitol as it's 42-35 here. Chargers come out in the full house formation. Looking to run some clock. Defense out of the 4-3. Redskins do have 1-0 across that defensive line. The rest are 5s and 6s. Might look to plug that gap. We'll see what happens. It's an off tackle to Justin Jackson and 6 yards as the key went to Austin Eckler. And Justin Jackson picks up a big 6 yards, sets up second down and 4. Washington burns their first timeout. Chargers have 2 more plays to pick up the 4 yards needed to salt this game away. And if I know Anthony, maybe 3 plays. Full house formation again. 4-3 defense by the Skins. Desperation time for the Redskins. Win probability, what? Maybe 1%. Here's a sneak to Herbert. The key was once again on Eckler. Goes to the defensive card. 6 yards as Herbert finds a hole, breaks through, and converts for that first down. Washington uses their second timeout, but that should just about do it here as it's first and 10 for the Chargers at the Washington 34. 60 seconds left, but Washington, key here, has just the 1 timeout. Herbert takes a knee. There's an offsides on that play against the Skins. Chargers will take that penalty. First and 5. Full house again. 52 seconds left in this one. Herbert takes a knee. And we'll see. I assume Washington's going to take their last timeout, and they do. So 2 more snaps that don't result in a snap fumble should end this one. Victory formation essentially here. As long as they get the snap off, Chargers are going to walk away with a week 1 victory. There's the first knee. Just 1 second left in this game. We're about to wrap it up. All right, so the score has just gone final here in the nation's capital as the Washington Redskins at home run out to a 20-14 halftime lead. Actually, they were up 20-7 at one point, but the Chargers come storming back. 28 points by the Chargers in the second half of this game as they hold on for a 42-35 victory against the Washington Redskins. Looks like Anthony's planning on joining us for a little debrief. And it looks like the Redskins will not be able to, and that's just fine. We hope to catch you the next time around. K-Fan, Mr. Bugman. Congratulations to you as well on a fine effort. Taylor Heineke was really good in this game. Let me pull up that box score. See if Anthony's available yet. Not quite. Let's take a look at some stats here because I am kind of curious. Wow, 34 first downs for the Chargers. Perfect. 28 for 28 in the red zone. Time of possession went to Washington. They were no slouch. Redskins had 434 yards of offense as these two teams almost put up 1,000 yards. That's crazy. Let's get Anthony in here and talk about this thing. There he is, the man himself. Congratulations on the win. Talk to me, Anthony.
Thanks. Well, you didn't see much of the first half, right?
Yeah, bits and pieces.
Yeah. So, it was a tough start for the Chargers. Down 14, I think, right?
20-7, it looked like was the biggest deficit you had.
Yeah. Was lucky to hold to some early field goals to make it that score. It wasn't a missed extra point, shockingly. Both these guys are 2 through 9-12, so you figured it was
yeah.
Point it wasn't. But was down 20-7 there at the end of the half, and it made a key drive. Scored with 1 second left, I think.
Yeah, I noticed you kind of bookend touchdowns just immediately on both sides of that halftime there.
Yep. I mean, it's with this season, especially for the Chargers. The Chargers are probably emblematic of the entire set. The quintessential example of every possession is gold. It's gold. You got to make it work. I mean, you understand why the Chargers went on it for fourth down as many times as they did last year.
Because they knew they were going to give up points once they went on defense.
Yeah, it's not so much a matter of, next gen stats on whether you're going to make it or not. It's just look at your defensive cards, and there's a good chance you're not going to stop him if you give him the ball, he's likely going to go all the way. The only times I haven't looked at the possession chart, but the times that either team was stopped, I think on both occasions.
You only punted once, and he only punted twice.
There might have been a total of 2 3-and-outs. You check. On both those occasions, it was a run for 1 yard, guessed wrong. Eckler ran for a yard, and Gibson ran for a yard. And then on second down, it was a bad yak reading for both of us, I think, that put us into a 3rd and long. And, in the 3rd and long, it's a 50-50 proposition, maybe a little bit better for the Chargers in this game. But it's roughly a 50-50 proposition this year. And we didn't cash it. I mean, that's the way it's like the only way that you'll end up not moving the ball is if you get really unlucky on 1st and 2nd down. And that just happened to each of us once, I think. And otherwise, we were just going up and down the field. Up and down.
I'm seeing here that so you get this nice drive right before halftime. You're down 20-7, and you get the ball with 1:37 to go. You go 8 plays, 70 yards, and you get that big touchdown with just 1 second to go to cut it to a 6-point game going into half. And then you come right back out, and you're not done. You scored touchdowns on your first 4 drives of the second half, making it 5 in a row. Listen, I play the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't often see 5 touchdowns in a row. So that's an impressive run you went on there.
Yeah. I mean, look, the short pass game. Did you broadcast most of the second half?
Yeah, the second half mostly, yes.
Yeah, I mean the short pass game and look, this is a game that you and I played 2-3 times, right?
Yeah, I practiced this up with you. Yes.
Yeah, and you figured out, because you played them enough that you just had to go to the nickel often because of the short pass card of Washington, which is but bottom of the barrel. You sort of had no choice. And if you're playing it for the first time, you may not figure that out yet. And that just gave Cook and Keenan Allen all sorts of space in that 10 to 20 yard range. And they just took advantage. Took advantage of that opportunity. The short pass is just so heavily leaning, especially go to shotgun, too tight, draw the 4-3. You're going to not only get all the short pass completions, but you're also going to get just a mess of dump offs.
Yeah, and you were getting a lot of those.
Yeah. And that's really what drove those drives was short passing completions and short pass dump offs.
Gibson was working on you. And Taylor Heineke, I was saying on the broadcast, Taylor Heineke, if you're trying to compare him to Justin Herbert, yeah, you're not going to be real happy looking at that game because Herbert was going off. But Heineke was solid. So the Redskins, Heineke was 22 of 29 for 286, one touchdown, no picks. That's a 117 rate. You put that with 22 for 127 from Antonio Gibson. They put up 434 yards. But yeah, Herbert, it's kind of what you were saying, that you're just going to have a lot of pressure on Herbert to just keep slinging it.
Yeah. And
on this day, it was enough.
And Heineke, in all the games we played, he has not thrown one interception.
Yeah.
Not a one.
Although some of that was
like he's a low INT guy.
But some of that is he's not so good deep. So when I played him, I wasn't taking a lot of chances deep with him, which is where a lot of that interception, spike happens. But your point is still well made.
He did have a snap fumble that he recovered. I think Herbert had an INT, which is big because I was driving. That was in Washington territory. I think that's what led to, naturally, it's what led to the lead. Let me see if that's right. Yeah, interception is how they got the ball, and then they went 62 yards for a touchdown. I mean, that just puts an underline on that point, right? You give up possession, and the other side catches it for 7.
So it looks like next you've got you're coming home for your home opener against the Cowboys.
Super tough sledding.
Harlan.
Yeah, that's going to be a rough one.
Yeah, it could be.
It's going to be rough.
No rougher than your third game, though.
Well, KC. No, rougher than KC.
Let's hope.
Just from the cards. From the cards, but you look at the Cowboys, the way they're stacked up.
No doubt.
There's with Elliott doesn't have a great card, but it's definitely good enough. Just so far above the line of what you need to beat the Chargers, and you pair that with Prescott. It's a very difficult. It's just one of those games where I have to score every time, and the Dallas D, the Dallas D is not Washington.
Yeah,
they're a bit better.
Very few probably are, at least on that short pass card. That was pretty challenging, I'm sure, to play with. But
yeah, I'm not trying to sandbag, but between the two, I mean, the Chargers do. I mean, just looking at the cards. I mean, if you look at the power ratings too, it backs it up. The Chiefs are a hair better than the Chargers, but well within making up the gap. With good coaching, and you can make up that gap. The gap with the Cowboys is a bit more significant. So gonna have.
But
to
seriously, though, congratulations, dude. That's not a gimme win.
Nope.
Walking into it, and then you fell behind by 13. So you stayed the course and you got it done. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Your point's a good one, though. I mean, without this win, heading into Cowboys Chiefs, you might be staring at another start. Remember, Chargers before they won the AFC West last year. Tim.
Yeah, it's only natural. They got off and try to identify some winnable games.
They got off to an 0-4 start. My squad did.
Did the Chargers get off to 0-4 last year?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy.
And
Chargers still know how to charge.
mhm.
But hey, not the virtual Chargers. You got it done. You're off to a 1-0 start, so that's good. And obviously, good luck with the Cowboys. We'll see if I can't match you on Saturday when I play the Browns. But yeah, a hell of a game. And boy, if that was any indication, I think Herbert's on his way to 5,000 plus through the air this year.
Hope so.
That'll be fun. Anyway, we'll go ahead and wrap it up from here. Thanks for jumping in for the debrief. Thanks for calling the earlier game, Anthony. Really appreciate it. And man, appreciate all you do for us broadcasting. I don't have all the bells and whistles yet that Anthony had for his broadcast, but he's going to skill me up on that so we can make it look good. So,
Well, thanks for doing the game. Appreciate it.
yeah, have a good night, everybody.